Santi and I are going to read Learning Bible Stories is Fun with Arch Books, the week that led to Easter. We're a little late. It's already past Easter, but that's okay. Okay, you can turn the page on. Santi's going to turn the pages for me. Let's find the very beginning where it tells who wrote it. It's about Easter, and so it's from the Bible, but this is written by Joanne Larison and illustrated by Jenny Williams. You can see the date. 2001, it says down here, by Arch Books. Now, deep. Okay, let me hold it flat like that for me, okay? I'm going to read it while I show the whole page. Hosanna! Sing to Christ the King! Crowds shouted as he came. They had heard the many stories how he healed the sick and lame. Jerusalem was crowded. The Passover had begun, a time to remember Egypt and to have a little fun. See those palm leaves they're putting down? Okay, beep. He's riding on a donkey. The 12 disciples led the way to the upper room where Jesus shared his final meal. He knew his life was doomed. You know what doomed means? It means kind of like ready to end, going to have a bad ending. He told them that his life would end and that he'd be betrayed, and he shared his bread and wine with them, then bowed his head and prayed. See? Yep, you're right. Okay, here's Jesus here. Jesus asked to be remembered for the sins he'd take away. He told them of God's final plan and that he could not stay. Then he prayed to God to guide him, to give him strength along the way, for he understood that suffering and the price that he must pay. Look what happened over here. You see under the tree? Yeah. What's going on there?
There's people, they fell asleep.
That's right. His disciples fell asleep. He asked them to pray and they fell asleep.
They were like,
yeah, they were. They're like, we're too tired.
I just went to sleep.
Yeah. The leaders and the guards were waiting to take him from the town. Wait, they passed me. To take him from the town, they would nail him to a wooden cross, place on his head as a thorny crown. They had turned the crowd against him, said he's not God's son to fear, and the crowd yelled, "Crucify him!" Jesus did not shed a tear. Here's Jesus. Okay, go ahead. The sky turned black. Remember we talked about that today? The sky turned black and thunder rolled. Jesus said his final words, "Please forgive them, Father. It is finished." Then they heard. Not yet, honey. Lay down. Lay down. Friends sealed him in a cold, dark cave with a big stone for a door. Not many came to see him, for the crowds, they cared no more. Beep. Though God's plan now seemed completed to the people here on earth, remember they thought, what happened? We don't understand. To the people here on earth, Christ's death was just the beginning, a chance for our rebirth. For when Jesus died, he died to save all people great and small. He took our sins away from us. 'Twas the greatest gift of all. Beep. He rose again on Easter Day. The people were amazed, for God's plan was now understood. They gave their love and praise. Jesus is still alive today. He reigns in heaven above. He forgives us and he guides us and fills our hearts with love. Who do you think that is there with Jesus? Do you remember what happened today when we studied that in church?
Remember.
It was Mary, and he said, "Mary." She said, "Rabboni," which means teacher, remember? Because can she recognize? Yes, you're right. You can see the hole in his hand or his wrist there, and his feet. Good job. Okay, that's the end. This part's for parents to read if they want to.